Yeah, it would be fun.
Yeah. Go for the ride.
We're kind of, we got
the Model 3.
Yeah.
So to show the difference, I thought for the Model S, and then you guys just personally, I know Adrian would have punched
no,
it.
we had a ride in it. We have to kind of watch things we show on TV.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks, guys.
Okay, come on over here.
All right.
Thanks, though, guys.
No, thank you very much for coming.
I'll get you to say your first and last name, and then you can tell us a little bit about your car. But
spell your name.
Spell them, yeah.
Sure. I'm John Klein, John Klein, and this is a 2014 Nissan Leaf.
Okay, tell us a little bit about your Nissan Leaf. 2014.
Sorry,
2014.
We'll just start again.
Okay.
We'll just say I'm here with, and tell you about
Okay.
Sure.
So I'm here with John Klein, and he's got a 2014 Nissan Leaf. Tell us a little bit about your car. That's a few years old already then, huh?
Yeah, I got it used. I found it on the internet. It was in Vancouver.
Oh, really?
They imported it from Sunnyvale, California. So it spent its first years of its life in Sunnyvale, and now it's living out its life in Regina, Saskatchewan.
So tell us a little bit about this car. Is it totally electronic?
It is, yeah. It has no gas option, so you just have to plug it in to fill it up. So each morning it's full, and we just charge it on our basic wall plug. We don't have an electric car charger.
Well, let's have a look at your plug. Where do you plug it
Sure,
into? Let's have a look here.
Okay, so this is the, it's stored in the back here. So
it's a 3-pin plug.
Yeah, just a regular plug into a high quality plug in your garage that you can draw power from continuously. And then at the front of the car is where we plug it in.
So tell me, what do you think your electric bill has gone up from buying the car? What do you think you're spending on electricity?
I generally explain it to people this way. So you take the amount of money that you would spend on a gasoline vehicle,
yes, and
divide that by 5, and then apply that to your power bill.
Okay, so let's say I spend a couple of $100 a month, or
so,
let's say by 5.
Yeah, so you'd spend $40 on your electrical bill if you're spending $200 on gas.
Really? That's a pretty good saving.
That's the efficiency difference of having an electric. So
here's where you plug it in the front.
Exactly. So you just pop that up. And
so it's kind of like some people. I know some people. Well, we have a hot tub too, but it's a little expensive, that one. But a lot of people say it's about $50 a month to run a hot tub.
Yeah. So it could be less to charge your car. So some people figure out what they're spending on their lease for a gas vehicle and what they're spending on gas and everything for it. And sometimes you can get an electric car for basically what you're spending on gas. So you end up with a free car, depending on what you're spending on gasoline, if you can make do with the electric instead.
So tell me how the electric works for you. You got a family and stuff like that? Kids and everything?
Yeah.
So wintertime, heat. Warm.
You can still stay warm. We've had it out to Lumsden. We've taken it out to a wedding out of town, and it's a little bit touch and go if you go too far, because this is a small battery. It's not like the Tesla. So you'd have to.
That is the battery there.
This is the actually the charger here.
So that's the charger.
It's the it chargers the battery, and the battery is underneath the trunk.
Okay.
And so that keeps the weight nice and low. And
but you've also got a battery over here.
Yeah, so this is the 12 volt. So the headlights, the computer, all the car systems run off of that still, so they could still use some of the standard equipment that other vehicles use. And then the traction battery, the big one underneath the vehicle, charges that one.
So what was it like for warmth though in like 40 below? How long does it take to warm up?
It's okay. Nobody likes to be out in 40 below in any car.
Yeah.
But the electrics have a little bit of an advantage, because especially if you have it plugged in your garage, you can set the timer on the computer in the car and say, I want to leave at 7:30 a.m. For work. So you tell it to warm up for then, so it figures out what it needs to do to warm up to the setting on your climate control system. So you come out to the already warm car, and if it's running in your garage, it's not going to poison you because it's electric.
Oh, it starts.
It starts. Yeah, you can tell it. Yeah, on the computer, you say, I want to leave, and you can even set up an app that tells your car to turn on. I don't have my app activated. You got to set that up a little bit.
So you tell the car, start at 7 o'clock in the morning, be in the garage, and there's no carbon monoxide or whatever the heck it is, dioxide.
And it's warm for you already in your garage.
And the car is warm, and it's ready, and it's running.
Yeah.
And
you're plugged in, so you don't lose your range.
So let's go the worst case scenario. Let's say it's 40 below. You haven't done anything. You get up in the morning. You start the car. How long does it take to warm up before you get some heat in there?
A minute or two. It's electric heat on this heat pump right here. So
so
it heats up quicker because you don't have to heat up the engine block and then use that waste heat to blow into the cabin. So it's just intentionally heating the cabin immediately.
So you find it okay then?
Yeah, no problem that way.
Could you take your jacket off and drive around once it's warmed up?
I usually don't, but someone might, and it has a steering wheel heater, so you can have warm hands.
So you're not freezing now inside then.
Exactly, and seat heaters, and it even has rear seat heaters for the kids.
Really? So it's pretty comfortable. This is a great city commuter, this car.
Yeah, exactly. I say it's the best car you can't buy in Regina right now.
Why can't you buy a Nissan Leaf in Regina?
The Nissan dealership doesn't sell them here. You have to go to Prince Albert.
Oh, you have to go to Prince Albert. Why Prince Albert?
Evergreen Nissan there decided to start selling electric cars years ago when the Leaf came out. Okay. And the other Nissan dealerships in the province haven't got on board yet.
Haven't got on board. Wow, isn't that something?
Yeah.
Well, thanks for joining us on Cruising on 7.
You're welcome.
Very nice car.
Thanks.
So between you and me, what did this car cost for you?
Oh, I tell everybody, it's on my blog. It's $15,500 that I paid for this.
$15,500.
So less than many cars, and you don't have to pay for gas.
$15,500.
Yeah, we can put it on the air if you want it. Like I'm not shy about telling people unless you have a rule about not, because some people want to know.
Okay. So let's pick that up then again. So final question for you is, you bought this car used. What did you have to pay for it?
It was $15,500.
And I know I asked you, some people say, well, don't ask the owners what things cost, but you're quite open about that.
Yeah, I want people to know that it was less money than what most people pay for a car that they have to put a lot of gas and maintenance into.
So you're here to help people with this price.
Yeah, the only maintenance that I've had to do for this car is, put in the windshield washer fluid.
No oil changes?
No oil changes. There's no oil pan.
What about brakes? You probably have to do brakes on this.
Yeah, in theory. The brakes wear out less slowly though because it's regenerative braking. So it's running the motor backwards to put energy back in the battery.
So braking actually charges
You
up.
have a drive mode and a regenerative braking mode that enhances the regenerative braking that comes standard with the car. So just like that Prius over behind us that uses the regenerative braking to increase the power in its battery from its gas propulsion, then it puts into the battery from the braking. This one does the same thing, except there's no gas in the first place pushing it.
Gee, so you can't go wrong. For $15,500, you buy a car like this. Basically, you're spending $50 a month or $40 a month driving it around, and that's it.
Yeah,
this is a great town commuter then. Grocery getter. Exactly.
Yeah, it's actually a family car, is in the acronym of LEAF.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Well, thanks for sharing with us.
You're welcome.
There it is, Patrick.
$15,500.
Thank you.